The city has been missing Spider-Man after his disappearance. The city thought that Spider-Man had died or given up the hero business. Spider-Man had been teleported into a different universe, fighting alongside the alternate Spider-Man and defeating Spider-Carnage. During Spider-Man's absence, he's been traveling with Madam Webb to locate Mary Jane Watson. In the previous episodes, Mary Jane had been teleported by the Green Goblin using the interdimensional teleporter. She's been falling in limbo ever since, and now Spider-Man and Madam Webb are almost done finding Mary Jane. Time has been flowing the same, and since Spider-Man had teleported into this new reality, days have gone by with no one seeing the wall crawler. The Daily Bugle put out newspapers saying, "Where is Spider-Man?" and "Spider-Man no more." Villains have been taking advantage of Spider-Man's disappearance. The one that they call Mysterio, thought dead from an explosion, has returned. Mysterio searched for a new building of operations for him to rob banks and regain the technology he lost after the explosion. Mysterio stumbled upon a cave in his searches and found Baron Mordo's lair. Mysterio knew that the lair was a perfect fit for his operations and inventions. Mysterio walked around the lair to see old webs, and things were broken. He knew someone was here or had been there before, and he saw broken pieces of technology on the ground. Mysterio kept walking into the cave laughing, seeing that this was perfect for him. Mysterio took his mask off and placed it on the ground. A voice in the distance was heard echoing to Mysterio, and Mysterio was spooked and immediately put his mask on. A shadowy figure was being casted through the cave. Mysterio yelled, asking the man to show himself, and it was Baron Mordo. Baron Mordo laughed as Mysterio threw molecules, trying to change the cave into his own playground, but was stopped as Mordo used his powers. Mysterio was electrocuted and he was sent back, smashing his back off of a wall. Baron Mordo asked Mysterio what he was doing here and that he was trespassing. Mysterio slowly got back up and explained that he was searching for a lair so he could use for his base of operations. Baron Mordo told Mysterio that he was in search of a mortal and that Faith had decided to put Mysterio in front of him. Mysterio asked what happened here, and he told Mysterio Spider-Man did this, and Mysterio clenched his fists hearing the name. Baron laughed, saying, "We have a common enemy, my friend," and Mordo went out of his astral form back into his body. His shadow kept walking until he was revealed, and Baron Mordo told Mysterio that he could keep this as a base of operations for what he was going to do next, but he explained to Mysterio that there was a bigger opportunity on the table. Mysterio said that he works alone for now, but Baron stopped him and told him that he could serve a master like no other, one that will bring him destruction and happiness in his life. Baron Mordo said to Mysterio he was bringing his master Dormammu to this dimension, but he needed help, and he offered Mysterio a spot to work for him, and he would be spared once Dormammu comes to this earth. Baron Mordo told Mysterio his technology company could provide him with the money so he wouldn't need to rob banks, but in return he wanted Mysterio on his side to help build a interdimensional probe. Mysterio asked him what the machine did, and Mordo said that it's a piece of tech that Tony Stark destroyed, but they could use it to travel to alternate realities if someone possessed the device. Mysterio thought in his head that he could require this kind of power. He could be unstoppable. Using the portal to go through alternate realities, he could do anything he wanted and to be anywhere he wanted in any time period. He agreed, and he extended his hand out to Baron Mordo, and the two shook hands. Baron Mordo smiled, knowing that he soon would finish what he started, and he would prove to Dormammu that he was still worthy of being on his side. Mysterio took his mask off, telling Baron Mordo that he was only a special effects artist, but this changes everything now. New possibilities, new everything. Baron asked what his real name was, and Mysterio said that his name used to be Quentin Beck. Baron Mordo said, "Well, Quentin Beck, we're going to need you out of your costume to steal some tech that we're going to need." Quentin Beck grabbed a bag of molecules and a suitcase with the suit in it. He was teleported by Baron Mordo to Stark Industries, and he walked into the lab going through a large hallway. He could see the Iron Man suit and the Hall of Armor, and he went into a filing cabinet and grabbed the old Pro blueprints. Baron teleported Quentin Beck out of Stark Industries back into his lair. Quentin took the blueprints and put it on the table. They started working on the device and they re-engineered the entire thing. Mysterio laughed, saying that it was done and that they should be sure to test the device out before sending Dormammu through the portal. Mysterio lifted the device up, plugging it into a computer, and he looked on the computer to see that not only could he bring in Dormammu to this Earth, but they could travel to different alternate Earths. Baron said that that wasn't a part of the deal and that they were only going to use this as a way to test out the portal, and Mysterio entered the exact dimension dimension and locations in. It was the dark dimension. Mysterio clicked the button and opened the gateway up. A massive black portal opened in the middle of the lair, and Baron asked where his master was. He yelled at Mysterio to change the coordinates in the machine, and he tried to change it, but the device started glitching out and things were starting to go crazy. It was like it was being hacked through another reality. The layer started breaking apart and cracking, and the machine was becoming unstable, and Mysterio yelled saying he was trying to take back control of the device, but it's like someone is hacking it from the other side of the portal. Baron Mordo used his powers on the device and screamed in pain as he started getting sucked into the machine. He was slowly being ripped apart, and Mordo screamed asking Mysterio for his help. He reset the machine, but it kept glitching and it caught on fire, and Mysterio grabbed his cape, hitting the machine. Baron was just hanging on for his life, and Mysterio ran in for his aid and grabbed his hand as Mordo said not to let go, but Mysterio had a change of heart and he laughed as he let go of his hand, seeing Baron Mordo fall into the portal. He laughed as the portal shut down and the molecules worked on Baron Mordo, and Mysterio took his mask off laughing. He said that he was going to make the multiverse in his own image, and Mysterio looked at Baron Mordo's suit, taking his wallet out, looking through his wallet. He had all the money that he needed and he didn't have to steal anything anymore. He created a massive cave with tech in it, and he started building a gateway with a telepad. New York was still wondering where Spider-Man was or what happened to him. A news broadcasting played as Mysterio tuned into the channel on his massive computer, saying that the Sinister Six were fighting Ghost Rider and the Incredible Hulk. Mysterio knew that there wasn't much time before someone found out what he was doing, and he needed to move fast. He was going to have his revenge on the Sinister Six and everyone that had abandoned his work. He shut the broadcasting off and began working. He set the coordinates for a similar universe, one that was only 10 years into the future. He opened the portal and the machines he created had worked. It was stable, and Mysterio grabbed his costume, jumping into the other side of the portal. Spider-Man and Madam Webb were traveling far and fast looking for Mary Jane. They looked everywhere looking for her, and Spider-Man could hear a familiar voice. It was Mary Jane begging for help as she was screaming. Spider-Man turned his head and he saw MJ falling fast, but she was falling into nothing. Peter yelled, telling Madam Webb they need to grab her. Peter said he was jumping down to get her, but Madam Webb said to wait, and that if he jumps off of the chair, he could be in the same trouble by not being able to catch anything. He could be falling forever. Madam Webb moved her chair and Spider-Man could see Mary Jane. She was in reach, but a portal would open. Green electric bolts started coming out of the portal, and Peter didn't know what to do. Madam Webb said that doesn't happen every day here, and Peter said to her she was going to be lost forever, and Mary Jane was about to be sucked into the portal, and Spider-Man propelled himself off of the chair, and Madam Webb screamed at Peter not to do it, but it was too late. Mary Jane went through the black portal, but Spider-Man grabbed her hand in time. He tried to pull her out, but she was sucked into the portal. Peter yelled Mary Jane's name, and his body was electrocuted by the lightning, and he got pushed back. Peter told Madam Webb what was going on, and she said someone was hacking into her chair and something was disrupting everything. Spider-Man was spinning fast, moving around, and Peter used his webs a few times to try and grab Madam Webb's chair, but he used the last of his web fluid. Madam Webb told Peter not to panic, and a massive bolt of green struck Madam Webb's chair, and she screamed in pain as she was glitching out. Peter saw a black portal shoot out green bolts of lightning. He yelled, saying this was going to be incredibly painful, and the bolts crawled up his legs and his arms. He was being sucked into a pocket universe. Madam Webb told Peter not to worry, and she said to find her by using all the skills that she taught him, and he had to use everything that he learned over the years. Peter went through the portal hearing Madam Webb screaming, and she was struck by lightning and her chair had cracked. The lightning and portal sucked her into a new universe, and Peter woke up hearing music playing and things were blurry, but things were going black for him. His costume from the lightning had been almost destroyed, and his mask was half burnt off. Peter crawled up slowly and he looked to see he was on a building rooftop. A TV started playing and he couldn't believe what he was witnessing.